Invisible cities. So first of all, I read the book and it was so inspiring, imaginative and enjoyable as a melody that brings the imagined cities to life. While reading the book, I looked at the images of domes, crystal, nets, globe, gratings, garrets, spiral staircases, spider webs, and cities that I visited myself that came to my mind. I did some sketches. The idea is how I can represent the Italo Calvino book, so it could be as a globe, as a board games. Looked at the infographic as a chessboard, so again reading, analyzing, doing some sketches beside. Could be as a puzzle, as English alphabet where each city will have its own letter. So this idea didn't work because 26 letters in English alphabet, 21 in Italian. So I was very concerned about this number 55, and I looked at the windows, Venetian windows, because of the COVID and we were restricted on traveling. So yeah, we saw the world through the windows. I looked at the proportions, brainstorming, so to find an idea to represent as a calendar, as a time, 11 intersections, 55 cities, so maybe 1155. As a puzzle, as a playing cards, 52 cards in a deck, as a hands, as a women. Secondary research, dry point etching, drawing and sketching, paper cut out, different typography for each city, hands, map, like a map. At the same time, I created dry point etching and create like a little poster, combining that with clipping mask. Women, because all these cities have female names, so I'm looking at the female proportions, typographical experimentation on invisible, and imagery experimentation with female bodies. As we know, the Marco Polo and Kublai Khan are playing chess, so chess like black and white. Bear that in mind. I thought maybe to represent as a piano, so I drew the piano keyboard, and I realized that the black keys, they look like Venetian windows. Cities are nothing without people, because people are emotions and emotions are music. So the people could be represented as women, and to play piano we need hands. So I really like this idea because it kind of combined all my tools that I had before into one. I looked at the musical posters and musical terms and signs. Christopher Serroni was very inspired by the book, and he created an opera. Another fact, that piano was invented in Italy as well by Bartolomeo Cristoforo. It's even more support my idea to represent Italo Calvino book as a melody, because like what he's describing in the book, it's like each city is more as a soul, but the same as the music, where each note, it has its unique sound. So while reading the book, like it was so imaginative. Like I imagined the morning light was brightly shining through the windows, and the wind slowly vibrating the air, and a gentle melody coming through the piano. The elegant ballerina started to dance gently, peacefully, gracefully, and calmly. In her hands and around her body there is an elegant patterned silk material, which makes her even more sensitive, beautiful, light as a feather. I looked how I can represent the people, so I kind of took some posters and yeah, did some sketches besides, and that's the first idea of layout. Present as a note stand, as a music stand, and it looks at the same time as the windows. And so when I looked at the book, and beside each city there is a number, so the cities are divided into 11 intersections of 5 cities in each, so there is 55 cities in all. So the numbers beside each city indicate the order in which city appears at intersection, but for me it looks like a coding, so I try to transcribe those numbers, and as I have musical education, it reminds me of the piano finger numbers, so they indicate which finger to use on a specific note. So then I played each of those cities, and I heard gentle melodies coming. So this musical composition was created for this project. Another idea represent as a dress. Looked at the musical educational system and typography. So what's looking at the thinking with types. So what is important, how to choose the right typeface, readability, punctuation, contrast. And I was looking for serif typeface that helped me to share this musical mood and sensitive feeling of the music. So here's my ideas, and here's my experimentation with all different typefaces. And that's the final one, is the Freitex Pro, Baskerville and Garamond. So yeah, I analyzed them. Like I wrote besides like what I like, what I don't like, and I looked at all the punctuations and glyphs. So the final choice is the Freitex Pro. Like it's very good readability, contrast, and it has very big family. So what is very important for the project like this. Looking at the grids and yeah, experimenting with different type of grids, as the project is very big, 130 by 330 in length. So I settled on 22 by 19. Moving to layout, I was inspired by the spiral staircases. So the first idea, and yeah, the idea is like spiral staircases and creating more proportional, which is rectangular shape. Again, this shape remind me of a clef, and I decided to like this clef will be represented as heart of the melody of invisible cities. But this layout didn't work because it was very organic and made me very complicated to manipulate the text within. So I created a new layout, something like that, but it was a bit squashed. In the final idea, I used the wallpaper so to visualize full project, and then I scale it down and bring it into Illustrator. But the final, that was too long, so I cut it in two halves. So left and right represent Marco Polo and Kublai Khan, and Venetian Canal will be in the middle, which will be created out of imagery collage. And while working in Illustrator, I order material samples to know material specification. And here's some printouts. Do you see the quality of printout and the readability? And my final choice is a satin, which is soft, elegant, and light as a feather. Will help me to share this musical mood. And the final design will be printed and used as an installation piece